Hello and welcome to this presentation of Mobile2Sage. My name's Ara Martirossian and I'm going to show you how to create a product invoice for Sage 50 on an iPad. In particular, I'm going to look at the complex scenario of a sale or return transaction. So what's Mobile2Sage? Well, Mobile2Sage is an infrastructure which allows you to share information from your office with mobile remote users. That could be Sage data and or Office data. And predominantly this data is then accessed using an iPhone, an iPad, but it can be accessed outside of the office on PCs, Macs, browsers. And the system works both online and offline, and it can use cellular networks like 3G and 4G. It can cater for both data coming in and out of Sage, and it works on any version of Sage. So what are the key features? Well, key features that we're going to be covering some of today includes the creation of orders and invoices. So you can provide quotes, then see those to fruition of a sales order, and or create invoices which are then automatically imported into Sage 50, which is what we're going to have a look at later on. You can also create purchase orders, assuming you've got the authority to do so. And iPhones and iPads are great for capturing things like timesheets and expenses. And then when you've created those timesheets, you can then import those into Sage Projects and or into Sage Payroll. iPhones and iPads are equipped with a camera, and that camera can then be used in Mobile2Sage to capture barcode information. So you can use it to create automatic product invoices by just scanning barcodes. You can also use it for things like stock adjustments. The electronic touch-sensitive screen on an iPhone and iPad is ideal for capturing things like signatures. So you can use that for things like proof of delivery, and also for things like taking pictures of items that have been left behind for proof of delivery. The system then syncs with Sage back in the office, both in and out, so you can get the latest customer information, product quantities, product prices, things like that, as well as send information back to do with orders and products that you've created on the road. So in short, Mobile2Sage is Sage on the go. So in this demo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce a product invoice on my iPad and then get that imported into Sage. Now, if you would like to try this yourself, then please head over to the Red IT Mobile2Sage website shown on the screen, and then just register your interest, and you'll get an email where you can then just download this onto your own iPad and have a little play. As far as the product invoice is concerned, the standard Sage product allows you to put a single line in at a time. But our add-on sale or return module also allows you to do this in multiple formats. So in a sale and return scenario, you would be at a customer, you would sell them some new products, you would take ownership or returns of things that they have been unable to sell or they're damaged perhaps. And then what we've done is we've also made this a little bit more extensive by allowing you to take return of products that are non-credit worthy. So in my scenario, I sell gas tanks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell 5 new gas tanks, take 2 back on full credit, and take 1 empty cylinder back where the customer doesn't get a credit. And having done all of that, I will then import that into Sage as, again, 3 separate transactions: an invoice, a credit note, and a stock adjustment for the empty cylinder. So let's have a look at this on an iPad. So here's my Mobile2Sage app on my iPad, and this is the home page, and on here I can go into products, for example, and have a look at all the products and look at everything that's on my Sage 50. And I've enhanced this with lots of pictures and things like that. I've got the ability to have customer lists. Here's my list of customers from Sage 50, including their statuses. I can obviously sort it. I can look at it in more detail. So if I went into the A1 design, for example, I can use the facilities of the iPad. So I can go and have a look at the address, for example, on Google Maps. Very useful. I can send emails off to the customer. Again, very useful. I can have a look at the addresses that have been set up for that customer. I can have a look at the price lists that that customer enjoys, and then having done that, I can then create various different transactions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just create a new invoice. So on this particular invoice, what I could do is just go and add a single cylinder, and that's it, done and dusted. But I'm going to do something slightly more complex than that. First thing I'm going to do is actually pick the delivery address that I'm going to send this to, and it'll be the warehouse 3. And what I've also got the ability to do is to put some notes and analysis on and a signature if I wanted to. But as far as the order is concerned, I'm now going to go into a multi-item sale or return. So what I'm looking for here is some cylinders. Let's go and find those, and here we are. These are all the cylinders that I've got available to me. And what I'm going to pretend is that I've gone to a customer and he has bought 5 new 11 kilogram patio cylinders. He's returned back to me 2. So I'm going to give him a full credit for that. And he has also got one empty one that he wants me to take away. So I'll take it back to the warehouse and I'll just fill it out with tank. But I'm not going to give him any credit on that. So if I say done to that, there it is. That's actually a very simple way of capturing that, but it's actually 3 separate transactions. So when I then just add that back, you can see that the customer has got a sale of 5 at £36. He's got full credit on the 2 full tanks that he's returned, and the one that has been returned will then go in, but he doesn't get credit for that. And what I can do there is obviously then also send him a PDF acknowledgement showing him all the details, fully enhanced with a picture of the product. Nice and simple. There we are, that's done. And what I'll do now is I now want to import that transaction into Sage. So here we go. That's the invoice at the top. What I'll do is I'll just press one button, and what that will do is it will then send the product invoice back to Sage for automatic import. It will send the product credit back to Sage for immediate automatic import, and here's the stock adjustment for the 1 empty tank. There we are. Those have now all been sent to Sage, and that's my job completed on the iPad. So let's now go and just import that on the Sage system. So let's go into my inbox. Let's see if those have arrived. Let's just click on that. Oh yeah, here we go. So there's the product invoice spreadsheet that's just arrived. So I'll just download that and save that onto my PC, which has got Sage on it. That's done. And there's the second spreadsheet. And that's done as well. And finally, there's the third spreadsheet. Done. Okay, so that's now all done and dusted, which is great. And what I now need to do is just go and import those. So, and here I've got my import sale or return. When I press that one button, what that will do is it will go and import the product invoices. So that's, if you remember, the 5 that I sold in, the 5 new cylinders of the 11 kilogram product. And having done that, it'll then create that in Sage ready for me to process accordingly. After that, it will then do the credit note, and it will then do the stock adjustment. So here we are. So it's taken the iPad transaction 2014 and it's created invoice number 35 in Sage, which we'll go and have a look at in a minute. Next, it'll do the credit note. There we are. So again, number 2014 has created a credit note of 36. So we're going to have a look at that in a minute. And the final thing that's left to do is the empty tank that needs to be basically put back into stock, ready for refilling at some stage in the future. And there we are. The 11 kilogram patio empty has been posted with that reference. So let's go and have a look at these. So into Sage we go. And if I look at invoices here and just refresh that, there we are. And you can see there you go, there's the iPad transaction 2014. If I open that up, that's going to show me the 11 kilogram patio, 5 of those at 36.55, and I've got the warehouse details there. So that's the original sale. That is the credit note coming through, the 2 full patio return, the full tanks that I took over from the customer. So that's now done. And finally, the last thing I want to do is go and make sure the empty butane tanks were put into stock properly. So if I look at the activity on that, there you go. There's a butane patio gas cylinders, one of those that's just come in. And that's gone in at the cost price. So very easy to do. So we produced an invoice. In fact, that invoice was a sale or return invoice, which is an invoice, a credit note, and a stock adjustment, and we just imported that into Sage. Nice and easy. So key features. It's very quick and very easy to set up. It's very cost effective, and there's a free trial. So please feel free to go to the website and register your interest and have a play with it yourself on your own iPad. It works on any version of Sage, so there's no need to upgrade. And then you can share your data with your staff, your customers, your suppliers, or in fact, stakeholders. It's a very flexible system, and it's commonly used for also converting any kind of paper forms that you might have in your office into custom apps. So please feel free to contact us to discuss your requirements. The Red IT Video YouTube channel has further details of what Mobile2Sage can do. So I've got lots of videos in there, as well as videos of our other products. It's quick and easy to set up prototypes, so if there's something in particular that you need, please feel free to drop me an email or give me a call to discuss your requirements. Thank you very much for your time and interest in Mobile2Sage, and I hope you found the processing of product invoices and credit notes on an iPad of interest, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.